Hey guys, and I'm recording for TerrificTutorialz today, and my name is Ben, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown for our first video. Now, me and James have been working on Photoshop for around a year now, like on and off, obviously, because we go to school, but we've kind of find it easy now that we've got the basics over and done with, but it was hard finding the basics, and we couldn't find them on the internet anywhere. We couldn't find them online. Sorry, that is the internet. We couldn't find them in books, because there's no Photoshop books. But we really needed the basics, and obviously Photoshop isn't built for the basics of photography, and that's what we needed. So today, guys, we're going to be teaching you some basics on how to make a nice background, like I have here. The real rich colours of Miranda Kerr's body skin really coming out with a nice logo at the bottom. Obviously I have my logo here, I have my product here, and I have my finished product here. Obviously it's not going to be exactly the same as this, as we're going to do some tweaks on the way. We also have this flare if you want to add that in, but it's up to you. First thing we want to do is you want to open up Photoshop. It doesn't matter what version you have, but they all run around the same benefit. First thing you want to notice is this may be dropped down here, this may be all the way over. You just want to try and lay it out like this. If it's not like that, I wouldn't worry. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my first product in, which is Miranda Kerr's 1. Now we're going to zoom this in, as we can't really find it. Now the way you zoom it in is you simply click Control and then the plus sign. You can use the minus sign to obviously scroll out, and obviously the plus sign to scroll in. Now we're going to keep it about 66.7, which is up here or down here, and that is a perfect angle for us. As you can see, now a new update has come along. This is our background. This is our first layer, and we can unlock this, and that's the first thing you want to do. So you want to double click the layer. It will come up with a layer name. I'm just going to call it 1 for now because I'm a lazy typer, and you just want to click OK. Now this picture has come up as a erasable, so you can move it around, you can edit it, otherwise you won't be able to. Now the first thing we're going to do actually is we're going to go on to curves. So the first thing you'll notice is probably this curvature. You don't really need to worry about that unless you're a true photographer and you want to get it perfect, but every a perfect picture should look like a bell. It should have a kind of two very high peaks here, and then a peak here and then a peak here. That will show no true whites and no true blacks, and that's what a true picture wants. But obviously there's no true blacks, but there's a lot of true whites. Here we have the black tee, the grey tee, and the white tee. We want to click the black tee to start with, and we want to find the darkest part of this picture. Now looking at it from a rough angle, I would say the part between her arm and the wall, the shadow, would be the darkest part. You just want to simply click this, and this will color correct the entire picture. As you can see, these lines have occurred, and don't really worry about them, they won't do much. Now we've gone on to the grey tee, and I'm lucky enough to probably get this first time on my picture, but you may be able to do it differently on yours. As you can see on my picture, I have grey lines across this wallpaper. I want to find the best grey line for me. As you can see, that's made a great difference to Miranda Kerr's body, and it looks absolutely fabulous now as it did before. Now we want to go on to the white, the true white, and I don't really like playing with this, but otherwise you can if you want. Obviously you can muck up like that, but I'm pretty sure that if I go up here to the very right, that would be the lightest part of my picture. As you can see, it's not a bowl. If any of you picked that up, you are correct. Now we're going to go on to Huey. Now this, we can change it to obviously dark, light, and we just want to leave this one at 0. Now if you're looking to change your picture into black and white, you just want to change the saturation all the way down to 0. This will drain every colour out of your picture. If you want to turn it all the way up, that will push every pixel in as much as it can. And obviously you can change alien, etc., but we just want to keep this 0. Now we want to scroll that back in, and now we're done. We didn't actually change anything with the Huey, so you don't really need that unless you wanted black and white which I didn't want to. You can play around with these, you don't really need to, but otherwise I think we're pretty much done on this. Now I'm going to open up my second picture in a second tab. So if I just move this along a bit so I have a bit more space, you'll see this. This is our logo. And when I drop this in here, you'll realize it has a background. It always has a kind of a silver plate, maybe for like dust or something, I don't know. I didn't create it. We're going to do the same again to our background. And you may be thinking, well, this isn't going to fit in with our Miranda Kerr picture. It's just simply, I'll show you actually. If we just highlight it, we go to edit, copy, and then highlight it in. It isn't going to blend in. Let's be honest now. But if we delete this and we go to this picture again, we go to select, deselect, and that will deselect everything. We wanted to go to this magic brush here. It's called the quick selection tool. Obviously at the moment I've got it set on 30, which is perfect for this, but I want to zoom in a little bit to get a perfect angle. Now if we just highlight this, it will highlight the entire of our box. Now we want to highlight everything but the outline, and now we can simply go edit, copy, and paste this into a new document. Now we have that for backup. We can simply delete this layer, and now we have it here. Now we can go into this picture and copy paste it. You may be thinking, oh, it has these black marks around it, but when this is scaled down, it won't have that. So you want to go to edit, and now you want to go to transform and scale, and you want to hold down shift whilst you're doing this. This will allow you to move it without going out of scale. I want mine so you can see it, but it's not too in your face. So if we get it a little bit smaller than that, as you can see, it doesn't really blend in with the background or anything. We could put it anywhere, but I'm gonna put it here because it's a nice open space. And now, as it doesn't really blend in, we want to change the color of this. So how we do that is Control U, or you can click this button here. This can obviously turn it black and white, but we just want to keep that at 0. If we open up this tab again, we can change all of these colors to the alien colors, but I really want it at the picture of her bra. I think that would be a great color. So what you want to do is you want to color correct. You want to use your good eyesight to get that about right. So I think that's a bit richer than this color, but I think that's definitely perfect. Now I was looking at this. I think if I used the saturation, that would make it fake tan, but if I used a vibrance, yes, that's correct, it really picks out the color of her bra. Now we are done on this picture, and the only thing we need to do now is save. As you can see, we only had 4, and that's great for now. So if we just call it Miranda Kerr 11, I don't know, and we change it to the JPEG settings. If you want to come back and edit this, I would advise saving it in Photoshop, otherwise just save it in JPEG. Now we can save this. I want it in quality 12, which is the maximum, and I just want to save that. So now that's saved, we can log off. Don't worry about that, and we can highlight this. So now let's set this on our desktop, and as you can see, she looked beautiful. And if you love Miranda Kerr and myself, you can click the like button now. But otherwise, guys, if you're not subscribed already, I really hope you do, because that really helps me and James out to keep going on with these videos. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a great day, and adios from me.